What's up, everybody? This is our first episode of Tuesdays with TU. We're on the road right now. My name's Zach Fleming, the general manager of Trans United. We've got Elijah behind the camera there, and we got Tim in front of us here, gonna run a high pull. You're gonna start seeing some more of us here. We're going to be posting these videos once a week, every Tuesday. That's why I called it there, Tuesdays with TU. Had the vision for this for a while, and I think it's time to really share with the world what we're doing. I know we do some good stuff on our Facebook and some of our website stuff, but to really share with everybody what we do, we have to literally show you guys what we do. This one specifically today, we've got our driver Mark over here in the mill over in Portage, and we're gonna go meet him. He loaded a 40-foot long, 14-foot 8 wide and 14-foot 8 tall tank that's gonna be coming to a business over in Burns Harbor that's actually right behind our corporate office. So we're on our way. We're gonna go check out Mark. We're gonna see what he's got going on. I heard he is loaded, so we're gonna take a look at that. We're gonna help him put some more blocks underneath the tank, and then we're gonna escort him along to the delivery. So you can see Tim in front of us there. He works in our shop, has been with us many decades. And if you look closely, you see that yellow pole sitting on the over the top of his truck there. So in the state of Indiana, any load that is over 14-foot 6 tall requires the transportation company to hire a certified escort to run a high pull for the load. So what that means is you see Tim in front of us in that pole there. It's not set up yet because we've not picked up Mark yet. And that high pole will be 6 inches taller than the tallest point of Mark's load, which is the legal requirement. So whatever Mark's tallest point is plus 6 inches is what the high pole gets set to. And what that does is this driver, whoever the escort is, today it's Tim, will run that high pole, and that high pole will run in front of the load, and it will hit wires or an overpass or a stoplight at the tip of the pole, and that driver and that escort will feel it or hear it or see it, and then they will be able to stop that driver behind them, so then we can pull off to the side of the road and know that we have a potential danger in front of us and we can route around. You've got barriers, you've got jersey walls. Looks like half the road's gone on the outbound side. So I've got it a 1 lane here. We're gonna be coming right across the same lane. Looks like we've got the width here. And there's Mark, if you look over on the right-hand side, waiting for us to get there and get that tank over to delivery. It's about a few mile run. It's not far at all. Big fiberglass tank. Looks good. Mark says he's 15-foot 8 tall with his loaded dimensions and his wood underneath, and the thing sticking out on the side. Loose rubber is inside the tank, which is no issue. This is an empty tank, big opening in the front. They're actually having us come back to get the dome piece of this tank, which will be at the top of this, but it just created too much length. Looks like they cut it off here with a saw, and be loading that on a flatbed later. Let's get this piece of rubber that fell through. Make sure we give this back to the customer. I don't know if it has any use for them or not, but take it with us. Ready? They're setting their CBs up. Tim's gonna be on the same channel as Mark. That's how Tim would communicate if there was an overhead hit. So you see there, you can see the high pole, and we are set up 6 inches taller than the tallest point of the load. Tim is going to lead, and we will be chasing, which is the term for following behind the load. So you have lead cars and you have chase cars. Today, we are the chase car. And this is what we do. You see, we are much wider than the trailer. The trailer is 8'6" wide. We've got our lead car up front. Tim's gonna run first, make sure we have zero issues on our height. I'm gonna follow behind him, and we're going to take our time. It looks like Mark is just about as wide in the middle point as those barriers. But the good thing about this tank is what you can see, especially following behind right here, is that the width is in the middle. My responsibility, or any responsibility of any chase cars, is to make sure that no cars are coming up on the sides of the trucks, blocking traffic on turns, blocking intersections if the truck needs to take a second lane. Obviously, like I said, coming in is the safety is our top priority, and you know, the driver wants to be safe. We want everybody to be safe. The public wants us to be safe, and that's our #1 goal. So we'll take our time getting over there, and we'll do it slow, we'll do it safe, and make sure that this job gets done with zero issues, as we do with all of them. All right, green light. Get this tank there. Come around this temporary light and hug the middle lane. Do it safely. Take our time. See, he's coming right over that guardrail on the left. Make sure a wide turn coming into these barriers. Nice and slow is the name of the game. Looks good from our end there. He's just using caution. You can see from the looks of this, if our width was on the base of that trailer, we would not be making it out of here. Our width is probably exactly as wide as that tight area was right back there. Splitting the lanes there. I'll make sure nobody gets on the sides of us. And that way, when he's making that left-hand turn, you don't have any civilians trying to speed around him, because obviously he can't see. So if you can't see a truck's mirrors, they can't see you. That tank's a big tunnel in there with no cap on it, so all that wind is pushing on the inside as we're running down the road here. Anytime you're this wide with any load, you're taking up more than one lane. So you basically have to split lanes, especially when you're coming into a turn. Like I said, it's just a safety thing. You let the public know not to pass you because you are going to be making that turn. You're going to need the extra space to stay clear of any obstacle. So there's many aspects to it, but you know, as you see, we'll hug the right shoulder as much as possible, you see, to make sure that any cars, if they were to pass you, that they did have a clear lane on the left-hand side. Pictures are a snapshot, but if we're out there and live in the action, it really gives a sense of respect for the drivers. You can see the things we go through on a daily basis, they go through on a daily basis, the safety precautions we take, and what it really looks like to haul these oversized and specialized loads on a daily basis. Been doing this for 60 years now, since 1964. This has been our life. Making our last turn here, he's coming into the home stretch. We've got maybe a half a mile left to get to the destination, which will be on our left-hand side up here in a little bit. Trees cause a big obstacle for us all over the country. So as you can tell, obviously there's trees that overhang onto the roads in any state. It's always an issue, but it's something we always have to be mindful of now as we travel with these overheight loads, because tree branches and limbs, they can cause a lot of damage. So that's why you saw back there Mark stay to the left-hand side, avoiding any potential with any tree damage as a precaution. He's real slow under that railroad trestle, so we cleared it by several inches there. Mark will get his straps off and get unloaded. Another successful delivery in the books. Talking with the crane operator there and get it all in position and go from there. See what Mark's got to say.
Crane guys gas the weight. I mean, I don't think it's any worse. They were 25,000 pounds. It's probably more like 10.
Yeah, there's not much weight to it. Fiberglass tank. I appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully you enjoyed our first Tuesdays with TU. You can stay tuned for the next one. Like I said, it'll be every Tuesday. We'll be posting new jobs, new challenges every week. So hope you enjoyed.